Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Spartan Boys Basketball tonight. Hello to those of you viewing this telecast in Kansas City, Minneapolis, Chicago, Houston, Texas, Denver, Colorado, and yes, even Shanghai, China. Hello, Mark and Leah Hefty, and maybe so many other locations around the United States. Hi, my name is Bill the Big K Cather, and I'll be doing your play-by-play announcer for tonight's contest. I'm just a 66-year-old old-timer, two-time cancer survivor, and I'm just living the dream tonight here. So again, I'll do my best to keep this telecast accurate, informative, and entertaining for your viewing pleasure. Hey, if I appear a little tired tonight, it's because I just flew back in from Bristol, Connecticut, where I spent today auditioning at the Mothership ESPN studios, and I feel like it was a pretty good audition, but I'll keep you posted. On the outside, I got to throw this in right now. You're being entertained by the McFarland Pep Band right now under the direction of Mr. Ben Peterson and Joe Hartson while I preview tonight's game. On the outside, it's a rather balmy 5 degrees outside, according to Gary Indiana Canalti of CBS, Mr. Bob Lindmeyer of ABC, and Mr. Al Roker of NBC. But who cares? Because we're inside looking live at McFarland High School Gymnasium on this Thursday evening, February the 12th, 2015, to witness tonight's battle in the Rock Valley North Conference between the Blue Devils of Evansville and your McFarland Spartans. This is also Parents' Night, and all parents of participating basketball players got recognized earlier. I call it HHT Night, which means hugs, handshakes, and thank yous given by players in appreciation of the emotional, physical, and of course financial help and support that their parents have given them. In their first meeting this year, McFarland won 59-46 at Evansville. McFarland led 34-20 at halftime, and then the two teams played evenly throughout the second half. Evansville tonight hopes that their second half effort continues into tonight's ball game. McFarland was led by Benjamin Air Rounds, 24 points, followed by Chisholm 9, Herbst and Witt 8, and Medenblick 6. The Blue Devils were led in the first contest by Brennan Banks 17, Kyle Rutkowski 13, Magan Meehan 5, and Travicki with 4 points. Evansville is coached by Mr. Steve Krupke. They're a Division III school, 512 is their enrollment. The Blue Devils are presently 11-6 overall and 9-3 in the Rock Valley North, tied for third place. They average 62 points a game and surrender 56 to their opponents. According to Wisp Sports, Evansville is led by Mr. Everything, 6-foot sophomore Brennan Banks, averaging 22.2 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. Also, very important to their squad, 6-foot, 5-inch junior Kyle Rutkowski, 16.5 points a game and 13.4 rebounds. Really hits the boards hard on both ends. 6-foot, 1-inch sophomore Brody Mogg, 6.5 points a game, as well as 6-foot, 1-inch freshman Zach Milkeef, also 6.5 points a game. Your McFarland Spartans are coached by Mr. Jeff Meinhold, a Division II school, 715 the enrollment, presently 15-3 overall and 12-0 undefeated in first place in the Rock Valley North. Spartans average 64 a game and give up 50 to their opponents. According to Wisp Sports, they're led by senior 6-foot, 4-inch Sean, the Enforcer Chisholm, averaging 17.1 points a game and 7.5 rebounds. 6-foot, 6-inch Benjamin Air Rounds, averaging 14.8 and 5.5 rebounds. We won't see Benjamin this evening, so that's going to not help the cause. And 6-foot senior Chad, the General, floor general Herbst, averaging 8.9 points a game. Cather's keys to tonight's ball game. Evansville, 1, needs to have a good shooting night from the floor and the free throw line. Number 2, avoid a slow start and fall way behind like they did in their first meeting. And number 3, reduce their turnovers. For McFarland, help on defense to shut down Brennan Books and Kyle Rutkowski. Number 2, they need to rebound better and give Evansville only 1 shot per possession. Number 3, need to improve their free throw percentage. 4, Chad Herbst needs to avoid foul trouble as the floor general. And number 5, the bench needs to step up in the absence of Benjamin Rounds tonight. So, tonight's question that needs to be answered: can McFarland win their 10th straight game and remain undefeated in first place in the Rock Valley North? Or will Evansville come in here tonight and gain some revenge and upset the Spartans? 90 minutes from now, we'll have the answer. So again, time to get out those favorite drinks and snacks. Settle back in your favorite sofa or chair and get ready to enjoy McFarland boys basketball. At this time, then, I usually welcome in my guest, statman and color commentator, etc., for expert analysis and insight. Tonight, I'm going solo. I have no help tonight. So I will do my best again to keep this accurate, informative, and entertaining as I can. If there's an occasional little break in the action, it might just be I stepped out for a little drink of soda water here or something else. But I'm going to do my best. I love doing these telecasts and want to make this a special little memory for all the kids that view this, as well as now you can get these telecasts out to grandparents, people in other cities or anything else. If you just go to the website, www.youtube.com/McFarland Cable, providing more and more opportunities for student experiences and student memories, which is what this is all about. This isn't about me or anybody else. Let's make it special for the kids. I think you can see, boy, tonight again, we got a real nice crowd in here. Evansville's pretty close by, so they brought down a nice contingent, it looks like, of fans. We got excellent even student section tonight on the McFarland section. So that, along with your pep band and everything else, we are really looking forward to, I should say, rather than we, since I'm by myself tonight, looking forward to a great, really highly competitive contest here tonight. What I am going to do here, because I do a bunch of different tributes and other things throughout the night, I'm going to start off the telecast here before we get to our national anthem and that. And I just want to mention a couple of quick things real of note right here. Brian Campbell, our hockey coach, who's done just a heck of a job this year with our hockey team, and that is still recovering, still in the hospital from cardiac arrest that he suffered this past week and that. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Brian Campbell for hopefully a recovery, speedy recovery. Also, to the Kopp family on the passing of their son Josh this past week in a tragic car accident. It's been a tough week for McFarland schools. Earlier this year, we also had the unfortunate death of another student, Cora Rugland, and that. So a tough year for McFarland schools, but thoughts and prayers go out to those families and those people involved from the entire McFarland community. So, tell you what, I am going to be back here in a minute. I'm just ready to step aside for the national anthem tonight. And I'm going to encourage all of you at home, just like PA announcer John Wells will announce to the fans, it's now time to stand up, remove your headwear, and pay tribute to America. And I'll be back in just a second with your starting lineups and the opening tip. Want to give a big shout out to Ashley Pfaff for tonight's singing of the national anthem. Thank you very much. Just another quality thing we try and do here at McFarland Schools. And we're getting ready here for the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. I'll try and do as best I can here. I'm situated down on one end of the court, so at times if I make a missed call or get a name off, it'll just be because the officials could well be in my way or it's out on the other end of the floor. John Wells giving the sportsmanship talk to everybody here, hoping we have a good quality, fun game for everybody. Here we go for Evansville, the Blue Devils. Starting, number 10, Brennan Banks, sophomore. Number 23, Hayden Reese, sophomore. Number 30, Brody Mogg, sophomore. And 50, Kyle Rutkowski. I'm sorry I have to pick up the other one. Again, I'm kind of blocked a little bit down here. Here's your starting lineups for your McFarland Spartans. A 6-foot senior, number 12, or number 10, Tiger Eversole. Number 12, the General, Chad Herbst, the 6-foot senior. Number 20 in the middle, the Enforcer, Sean Chisholm, 6-foot 4-inch senior. Number 32, M&M, 6-foot 4-inch senior, Michael Menblick. And number 34, the Scholar, 6-foot 2-inch, Charlie Moore. So, boy, get ready for some action here. It should be a nice loud crowd tonight here. We got a packed gym. And again, I will do my best on a solo shot here, doing stats, doing commentary, analysis, as well as these numbers for Evansville are going to be a little bit difficult for me to see, so I'm going to just try and pick up as best I can here. Again, it's Banks, Rutkowski, Mogg, Reese, and I'm still trying to pick up the other number. I really have to apologize. The Enforcer with the opening tip. All right. Tip time, game on. Chad Herbst up on center stage. Chisholm strong to the hole down the left lane. Kiss off the glass. And the Enforcer opens up the scoring at the 7:47 mark. 2-0 McFarland. This was one of my keys to the game. Evansville does not want to put themselves in a deep hole like they did down at Evansville earlier this year. Banks looking for a high screen right. Oh, nice move. And the follow-up. Follow-up by Kyle Rutkowski. Kyle's going to be a nice matchup here tonight with the Enforcer. Sean Chisholm again. They're going to go deep. Kick it out. M&M. Trey on the way. Ba-boom. M&M off to a great early start. Nailing the first three. 5-2 McFarland. 1 minute into the game. Nice start for the Spartans. Up on top, Milky to Banks, step back. We got Eversole on Banks tonight, trying to get Jackson Eversole. His job tonight, shut down Brennan Banks, averaging 22.2 points a game. Skip pass, Herbst, right baseline. Again, into Chisholm. This is going to be a battle tonight, Rutkowski and Chisholm. Another miss, the Scholar had it, tipped out underneath. And here comes Evansville. Reese over to Banks. High screen, Rutkowski. 23 Reese. Taking the lane. Oh, Reese looking for Rutkowski to cut to the bucket, and no such luck. 5-2, 6:13 to go still in the first quarter here. Again, I'm going to do my best to keep up here until I get a little more familiar with the Evansville players. I'll do my best. Herbst walking the ball up the floor, off center stage. Left wing, back to Charlie Moore. Main stage, M&M. Right elbow. Herbst, nice jumper. A little off to the left side. M&M taking advantage of the height differential here. Michael Menblick off to a great start. A deuce and a tray for 5 points so far. 7-2 McFarland, 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Corner number 32, Zach Milky. Banks over to Milky. Milky again driving that line. Coming out. 23, Reese. Chisholm high, sky and high, bringing the ball right down the center of the floor. Back to Herbst. Slow it down, be a little patient. To Tiger Eversole. Over to the scholar, Charlie Moore. Nice entry pass to Chisholm. Oh, tried to get a little kiss off the glass, but I believe they got Rutkowski on the wrist. Spartans doing a nice job tonight of working it on the inside. I think they really believe that in the absence of Benjamin Rounds tonight that they're really going to go in and use the enforcer, Sean Chisholm. So far this year, Sean's 70% from the free throw line. All twine, 1 for 1. I said they're a gift. If you make it, put a bow on it. If you miss, a lump of coal. He's got 1 bow on this gift. See if he can make it a pair. Pair of bows. All twine. 2 bows on that gift. 4 points, a deuce, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line for the enforcer, Banks. Milky. Nice entry pass to Rutkowski and the nice little lay-in. Tried to front the post that time. Excellent entry pass that time. 2 deuces for Rutkowski, 4 points. He's averaging 16.5 on the year. High post, Chisholm driving. Nice help defense by Zach Milky that time. I believe what we're going to maybe start to see here is Evansville just start collapsing in on the enforcer Chisholm here because he's getting all kinds of position, as well as Sean really used the backboard well when he gets in tight. Over to Tiger. Center court. Herbst. Just be patient. Herbst being pressured by Brody Mogg. Brody, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. I'm sorry I got rushed with a freshman game. Didn't get a chance to get name corrections. Another 3-ball for M&M. 2 trays and a deuce. 8 points. Good start for him. Chisholm and Rutkowski kind of leaning on each other in the low post. Banks. Right corner. The top to Reese. 30, Mogg. Driving, they like to go in. They like to try and penetrate that lane from the left side. Reese on top. Over to Mogg. Goes into the lane. Rejected. Mogg again. Up off the backboard. Strong battle. The scholar comes away with it. Off to M&M. Blue Devils had a couple opportunities. We're at 11-4, 3:45 to go. First quarter. Tiger off main stage. There's the lob into Chisholm. A little mishandled job. And a real nice job by Zach Milky of dropping down and doubling on the enforcer, Sean Chisholm. That's what I believe that Blue Devils are going to have to do. They're going to have to double down in there and kind of get some help on Chisholm. He's really establishing some great post position down there. Rutkowski up high. Main stage. Main stage will be the center of the floor above the 3-point line. Greg Reese, Zorro in the ball game now for the Spartans. Why do we call him Zorro? Brennan Banks, high launcher. Oh, nice hustle to get his rebound, and then Chisholm, the enforcer. Boy, do you have to love the hustle. 6 foot 4-inch post player on the floor already, scrambling for a ball out of bounds, sideline. Great effort. But boy, I'll tell you, Brennan Banks did the right thing, put it up. He had the sense to see it was coming up short. Attacked the basket, got the rebound, just couldn't convert. Banks to Reese, to Milky, to Banks. Oh, you can't leave him alone. He's going to hit those, I can tell you. That's just an open thing. I call it tray on the way. Kaboom for Brennan Banks. His first tray of the night. He's averaging 22.2 points a game. Oh, a little out of control there, Chad Herbst. The general lost control, kind of stumbled and got bailed out. Bailed out by a tip ball. Coming into the ball game, Ben Veenstra. Ben Veenstra averaging 3.1 points a game. Chisholm in deep, kick it back out. Tiger, Herbst, main stage. Right wing. Charlie Moore up main stage, swing it over to Zorro, Greg Reese. Herbst down the lane, looking to dump to Chisholm, who had stepped out to the short corner. Couldn't get him the ball. Reese down the right lane. Top of the key, elbow, nice kick out. Jackson Eversole, Tiger, no. Collision underneath. No call. Here comes Banks. Nice defense with your feet by Chad Herbst. A launch shot by number 30, Brody Mogg. No good. Ball out of bounds to the Spartans. Again, if I fall behind just a touch here, it might be because I'm still having to check my stats. Keep up with Evansville's numbers. I'm still trying to do the best I can here. I'll tell you, they've got a kind of a royal blue uniform with almost gray numerals on it, which makes it a little bit difficult, especially on the other end of the floor. In a 2-3 zone now, it looks like. Evansville going to try and shut down Chisholm a little bit and pack it on the inside. The General, Herbst. Oh, what a lovely rotation. Kaboom! Tray ball for the General. His first tray of the night. Chad averaging 8.9 points a game. That was sweet. I had a great view of that. Nice rotation. Brennan Banks going in. Pump fake. Herbst and M&M both went up. Rutkowski strong with the ball. 3 deuces for Kyle Rutkowski so far tonight. 6 points. Boy, he was in there battling against a ton of people. A lot of bodies in there that time. Got to be strong with the ball if you're going to play in the Heartland, which we call the lane. M&M, oh, honeycombed out. Rutkowski on the rebound. Yeah, I'll be mentioning tonight, too. I'll tell you, this game of basketball now, you really have to be strong with the ball. Kids spend a lot of time in the weight room and just becoming tougher and tougher. Here's Banks down the right side. Again, got Herbst in the air. Rutkowski underneath. And off of Rutkowski's hands. I believe that Brennan Banks was maybe looking for a little foul as he got Chad Herbst up in the floor. Again, I've always thought that you're playing defense or whatever. The only time you need to jump, rebounding, anytime you get up in the floor, up in the air, you really expose yourself especially as a defender. All right, Chad Herbst, the General, walking down the floor. Over to M&M, Michael Menblick. High post, Chisholm he was going for the little kiss off the glass. Rutkowski. There was no ball fake or anything there, so Rutkowski's right up with him. Milky. Veenstra. Back to Milky. Jumper. Off the iron. Tipped around off Menblick's hands, and the floor General, Chad Herbst. Might be holding for one shot. We're 25 seconds left here. 14-9. Spartans in the lead. Herbst bringing it out. Coach Meinholt just hollered Bruin. We're going to see Herbst go to the corner here and try and get the final shot. Let's see if I'm right. Boom, let it go. Nice rotation, little short. Rutkowski to Banks. Looked at the clock, taking it strong to the hole. And I thought that was rejected by Chisholm. Nice sportsmanship there. Banks and Chisholm. Banks helping Chisholm up. I was going to get a chance to use my favorite phrase there, rejection by Chisholm, which would have meant that's like trying to put ketchup on a good steak, saying, no way, that's a rejection. Brennan Banks, free throw line. 1 for 1. Put a bow on that first gift. Brennan Banks, 29 for 35, 83% from the stripe so far this year. He's now 30 of 36. See if he can make this 2 for 2, 2.3. Nope, a miss. The General down 1 time, and the clock goes off. Buzzer goes off, no basket. So we're coming to the end of the first quarter of action here in McFarland High School Gymnasium. Again, it's a rather balmy 5 degrees outside tonight. Ha ha ha. And at the end of 8 minutes of play, we're at 14 for your Spartans and 10 for the Blue Devils of Evansville. Let me quick run down the scoring. Brennan Banks, a tray and 1 for 2 from the free throw line for 4 points. Kyle Rutkowski, 3 deuces for 6. And that would give them, I guess that doesn't add up then, does it? 6, yes, it does. 10 for your McFarland Spartans. Like I said, trying to do everything here, doing my best. The floor General Herbst, a tray for 3. The enforcer, Sean Chisholm, a deuce and 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 4 points. M&M, Michael Menblick lighting it up. 2 trays and a deuce, 8 points. And that gives us our 14-10 score at the end of the first quarter. So I hope those of you at home are kind of bearing with me here. I'm doing my best tonight, riding solo. Gosh, like I said, I just do this because I want these kids and families and everybody else who gets an opportunity, whether they're watching them live at home tonight or go to the website and watch them later, to have some memories of how special high school careers can be for kids as well as parents. Don't forget these. These are pretty special. M&M to the hole, rejected. Oh, do I like that? Greg Reese. We've been talking about teams lay off of him, not even consider him a threat. They put it up. Veenstra. Little short jumper, and Zorro down with the rebound. Chad Herbst walking the ball down the floor. 2 missed shots on both ends of the floor so far. Menblick back to Zach Trey Witt. Nice rotation. Herbst, honeycomb, and then in. Kaboom! 2 trays for Chad Herbst, the general. 17-10. I said any extra offensive help they can get tonight because they're missing 7 rebound a game, 15 point a game Benjamin Rounds tonight. So important for other people here to step up tonight. Missed attempt. Number 20, Brett Sendelbach in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Herbst to Zach Trey Witt. We call him Trey because obviously he's got a sweet stroke from the outside. Greg Reese, swing the ball to the top. Herbst to the Scholar, attack the basket. In he went, and count it. The Scholar, National Merit Honor Society semifinalist. He has really filled a great role in here for all his years of playing basketball here. He does, as Coach Meinholt would say, and as I've done all my years of watching him, he does all the little things, sometimes that other people don't want to do, but are so important to making this a team. So the Scholar, put a bow on it, twine time. 1 for 1, 3 points for the Scholar. We're at 20-10, doubled up Evansville right now. 6:42 to go till halftime. Banks. In the corner. Tanner Meehan in the ball game. 5 points in their first contest. Coach Krupke made some substitution here. Brennan Banks doubled up. Can't let him out of the corner. Got him doubled. Oh, Zach Witt doing a nice job. Officials, Coach Meinholt, Coach Pele here trying to help. Official holding him back and saying, and the power of positive coaching over there. Meinholt and Pele had the call correct and helped the official. All right, ball inbounded. Jack Seversol. Tiger coming back from stress fractures. M&M. Whoa, dead on, just back iron. Nice rebound by Tiger. M&M light it up again, a little strong. 0 for 2. Nice rebound there by Mark Trewicki. Oh, nice entry pass. And strong to the basket went Rutkowski, and a tie-up. Kyle Rutkowski and the Scholar. Let's see, possession arrow will go in the direction of the Spartans. Nope, it's coming back this way. My fault, I can't see it. Seemed like everybody was a little confused there. Rutkowski to inbound. Inbound on the baseline. Got 24, Trevicki in the corner. Out to Brennan Banks. Kind of sizing up the situation, slow it down a little bit here. Into the corner, 22. Tanner Meehan tried to force it inside. Tiger Eversol up main stage. Witt. Nice entry pass into M&M. Oh, and is that a wonderful little backdoor cut? Give the credit on that one to M&M. Up in the air high, dumped it low to Zorro Reese. Brennan Banks, little honeycomb, Rutkowski, and there was going to be a foul. You could see that. Kyle Rutkowski, man, he's tough. I guess at the high school level, you're averaging 13.4 rebounds a game. That shows you're going to the boards on both ends of the floor. Nice thing that Kyle did also, he saw he was going to probably get it rejected on the putback, flipped her over to the left hand. Nice job, Kyle. First free throw. Put a bow on it. 7 points so far for Kyle Rutkowski. 3 deuces, 1 for 1 from the stripe. See if Kyle can complete the 2 bows on the gift, or we're going to deliver a lump of coal to him on this one. 50% from the free throw line, 2 for 2. Timeout, Evansville. We're sitting at 5:07 left till halftime. 22-12, your McFarland Spartans in the lead. Right now it's time for me to pay a little tribute to. Tonight I've got Kelly Logan on camera, Ryan Denzer on traffics, back in the truck. Well, we got our big semi pulled outside here tonight, so just down to 2 helpers tonight, so we're doing our best and a solo play-by-play guy, but hopefully this is, again, for your entertainment. McFarland Cable 982 TV is a function of the village of McFarland and is producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans here, desired this type of programming. Cable 982 is not funded through tax dollars, so please let your village officials know by way of an email, phone call, etc., how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. The positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of media, the State Journal, the Thistle, and Cable 982. Once again, thanks for your support. And again, this is so great. I mean, the memories this can provide for not only these kids, but also the fact that now this can be viewed in, hey, Evansville people, we handed out sheets to them. They get a kick out of maybe being able to watch it back. I already talked with Rakowski before the game. I gave him one. I said, hey, go home. You can watch it anytime you'd like to. So, all right. Back on. 5 minutes till halftime. 22-12. Spartans in the lead. Eversole. Kick it out to M&M. Oh, he shuffled. Yep. A lot of kids nowadays, they make 2 mistakes. They catch the ball and they shuffle the feet, or they take the quick step before they put the ball down. Travel call. I know a lot of people say, oh, that call originated, and you see it a lot in college ball, and now it's dipped down in the high school. No, that's a walk. Got to get that ball on the floor first. Number 30, Brady Moog, taking it strong. Lane, out to Reese. Back to the starting lineup, into Redkowski. Boy, Zorro is he's all over the floor. I said, we call him Zorro. That's the name of his dog, because he'll just dog you, and boy, he's doing it now. Great save. I believe that was Reese on the save. Reese, deep corner, high arching shot, rainbow. Rainbow 3 came up empty. Zach Trey Witt bringing the ball, main stage. Right wing to Zorro Reese. Top, M&M. Michael Menblick, Scholar working down low. Witt. Some different combinations here tonight in the absence of round. We got Tiger Eversole back after, like I said, a lot of stress fracture. A little pick and roll there over to the Scholar. Oops. Thought there might have been a travel. Just being patient. Oh, nice spin move by the Scholar. There's Trey Witt. No good. Came up empty. Oh, Tiger Eversole and Reese. Wow. What a bonus tonight. 2 deuces for Greg. Zorro Reese. Oh, and is that a wonderful spin move by number 30, Brody Mogg. That was a wonderful spin move. Just couldn't get it off the glass. It's too bad, because I wanted to say, and the kiss off the glass for 2. Just caught a little bit of the back iron. 24-12. Spartans have doubled the Blue Devils. Jackson Eversole. Tiger to Trey Witt in the corner. Eversole. Just being patient. That's okay. Slow it down. Make sure you get a good pass. Shot at the bucket. Nice possession. Taking their time. Eversole. Throw Reese. Coming back. Center court. Backdoor cut. Nope. Oh, and a wonderful pass. Just kind of tipped. Wonderful interception by Zach Milkey over to Brody Mogg. The only problem was McFarland recovered. Got a hand in there. Just tipped the ball. And Brody got a little deep underneath the basket because of the tip. Shows, hey, make a mistake on the other end, which was bad pass in that. You hustle back. You play twice as hard on the defensive end. Floor general back in the game. Chad Herbst to Witt. Center stage. M&M. Entry pass to the Scholar. Doubled. M&M. Oh, hit the rope on top. They missed it. It hit the rope on top. Anyways, it's going to be Blue Devil ball. And no, don't give me the excuse of saying, oh, if we had 3 officials, then they would have caught that, because no. I like 2 officials. So, Brennan Banks, 2:24 till halftime. Nice lob pass. There again is Zorro. Boy, I'll tell you, he is all over the floor. He's dogging them. Zorro at home would be proud of you, Greg, here in this game tonight. M&M, main stage. Zach Trey Witt, left wing. Bring it out, left corner. Floor general. Hit the lane. Scholar at the top of the key. Out to Herbst, top of the key. Corner Zorro. Just being patient. He got a 12-point lead here. No need to rush anything. Get a good shot. Herbst, square it up. Oh, nice rotation. Floor 10 roll just a little short. Said if those balls come up short, probably a little tired legs. Here comes Brennan Banks. Yep. Oh, my goodness. There was a lot of little contact in there, but I'll tell you what. Floor general did a real nice job there. Basically, he didn't leave the floor right there, so it was just kind of Banks trying to draw the foul and didn't get the call. Other thing I'd like to say about that, too, Brennan Banks, no real complaint in that, just playing hard. This is a nice little matchup, too, when you get the floor general Herbst against Brennan Banks. Brennan Banks only 4 points tonight so far. A tray and 1 for 2 from the free throw line, averaging 22.2. So Spartans doing a nice job working on him. I know Coach Meinholt, Coach Paley spent a lot of time this week pretending that working against Brennan Banks. M&M coming up big tonight on the offensive end, and that's what they needed. 2 deuces, 2 trays, 10 points for M&M. I said his shot, why M&M? His shot can be as sweet as a bowl full of M&M candies. Rutkowski up high, center stage. Banks, little pick and roll, didn't get it to Rutkowski. Had the seal, didn't get it to him. Race, oh, got the bounce. Shooter's bounce. First deuce for Hayden Reese tonight, averaging 4.3 points a game. Floor general bringing it up center stage. Banks on him. Let's see if they hold for it. We're 25 seconds till halftime. And again, at halftime tonight, got a little trivia contest for you, as well as where are they now? Talking about past Spartan players. So if you'll just hold on here for a couple minutes, got that little feature at halftime for you. Charlie Moore, as well as we can see if we can stump you people at home on that. Oh, the Scholar. Wow! Charlie, the Scholar Moore, his second deuce to go along with 1 free throw. 5 points for the Scholar in the first half. Right now, we are looking at a halftime score of McFarland 28 when they get it up on our graphics board, and Evansville, the Blue Devils, sitting at 14. What I'm going to do right now, again, I like to do a couple of features here at halftime. One is, where are they now? I like to take past boys, past girls that have played here, and let you people at home, maybe these are some names way out of the past, and you're going to go, who the heck is that? Or maybe some of you will go, wow, that's pretty neat, he got remembered. The person that I'm going to talk about here tonight, I'm going to do military tributes. Oh, and tonight, here's another thing we got going. We've got the Little Palms tonight. So if somehow, Ryan, we could get that graphic off the screen, then people at home can get an opportunity to see our young little lady. There we go. Thank you very much. Our young little ladies. And again, this is a great little memory for them also. So those of you at home, I can tell you, we got a ton of people. You know, last night we featured in our last game the Little Dribblers, the future of McFarland basketball. This could be the future of McFarland Palms and Dance Team. So for your viewing pleasure, watch them as I continue on here. McFarland player histories. Tonight I'm doing military tributes. 2 former McFarland athletes. 1979 graduate, Mr. Chip Lindenlaub, was an all-conference basketball player as a senior. He also got letters in cross country and track as a middle distance runner. He was a fighter pilot with the United States Air Force. My other military tribute goes to a 1985 graduate, Mr. Clark Overbaugh. He was an all-conference basketball as a senior. He was also the quarterback for the football team, as well as one of the first par golfers on Coach Oftedal's golf team. He also was a fighter pilot for the United States Air Force. And I'll tell you, before I get to trivia, I just want to grab a little drink of soda here, so I'm going to let you just for a second enjoy the young ladies, and then I'm going to come back with trivia in just a second. So please stand by. Test your knowledge of tonight's questions in just a minute. All right, that was wonderful, and I hope, again, I don't have a list of all of the young ladies' names like I did the other night of the young dribblers, but I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of flashing cameras here, a lot of proud parents, hey, a lot of proud grandparents, and other people here that, yeah, that's pretty neat. So we try and do as many things as we can here, and again, the overall experience that you get here at McFarland High School, all the way from, I really have to give a big shout out and a thank you to our ticket takers, to our concession workers, to our supervisors. We even have our AD out there right now sweeping the floor. I mean, it's just overall our pep band. Everything here is designed to make this a total experience and be proud of the community of McFarland. All right, here we go with our first trivia question. The first one, what are the most points ever scored by one player in an NBA game? 63, 73, 82, or 100? What are the most points scored by one player in an NBA game? 63, 73, 82, or 100? Since I have nobody here next to me to stump, I guess you'll have to be honest at home. The answer is 100 by Mr. Wilt Chamberlain. The final score of that NBA game was 169 to 147. There was definitely a lot of defense played in that game. Our next trivia question. What year was the first three-point basket made in college? 1975, 1980, 1986, or 1991? What year was the first three-point basket made in college? 1975, 1980, 1986, or 1991? And the answer is, for those of you at home, 1980. It was made by Ronnie Carr of Western Carolina versus Middle Tennessee State. Very interesting, okay? So two questions so far tonight. Most points scored in an NBA game was 100 by Wilt Chamberlain. And the answer to our second one, first three-point basket, was made in 1980 by Ronnie Carr of Western Carolina versus Middle Tennessee State. Two more questions. On my girls' game 2 nights ago, two of my trivia questions were, who was the tallest woman player in WNBA play, as well as who was the shortest? So tonight I might as well do the NBA, the tallest and the shortest. What was the height of the tallest player, actually there are two of them, to ever play in the NBA? The two players were George Mirasan and Manute Bol. What was the height of the tallest player in the NBA of those two gentlemen? Okay, your time is up. The answer is they were 7 feet 7 inches tall. How does that compare with the WNBA answer? Their tallest player was Margot Didek of Poland. She was 7 feet 2 inches tall. Let's flip it back now to the shortest NBA player ever. How tall do you think he was? It was Mr. Muggsy Bogues. A little known trivia fact, Muggsy Bogues actually won a slam dunk contest too. So you can imagine when I give you the height, that was a pretty neat show for the shortest guy ever to play professional basketball. And, ready? Give your answer at home. What was the height of the shortest NBA player? It was 5 foot 3 inches tall, Muggsy Bogues. And how does that compare with the WNBA? There were 3 women, Shannon Bobbitt of the LA Sparks still playing, Tina Nicholson, and Debbie Black, the Pest, played for the Utah Stars. They were all 5 foot 2 inches tall. So, there you have tonight's trivia. I'm going to do one more thing here, and then I'm going to just catch another drink here. Let me just quick run down the scoring summary of the first half of our ball game. And again, I hope some of you even viewing this at home, tonight or even later on our website, go ahead and have a little fun with this trivia contest and share this website with other people. I think, it'd be kind of neat for, again, it allows people who can't be here, they're living out of state, they're living somewhere else, whether it's family, friends, whatever, to still see, the kids perform, the kids play, and whatever else. I think that's a lot of fun. Okay, my first half rundown. For the Blue Devils of Evansville, Brennan Banks, 4 points on a tray and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Kyle Rutkowski, 3 deuces and 2 for 2, 2 goes on that gift, 8 points. Hayden Reese, a 5'10" sophomore, 1 deuce for 2 points, and that's the 14 points. For your McFarland Spartans, 28 points. Chad, the General Herbst, 2 trays for 6 points. The enforcer, Sean Chisholm, 1 deuce and 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 points. Zorro, Greg Reese, this is a nice touch tonight, 2 deuces for Zorro, 4 points. M&M having the big night tonight, 2 deuces, 2 trays, 10 points for M&M. Shot as sweet as a bowl full of them. And Charlie, the Scholar Moore, 2 deuces, 1 for 1 from the free throw line on an old-fashioned 3-point play, averaging 3.9 points a game. Charlie sitting at 5 points at halftime. So, again, buzzer just went off. Spartans already huddling up. Evansville, Blue Devils throwing up a few final shots here. And as we get going here in the second half, I'm going to probably, since Evansville's going to be down at the other end of the floor with those numbers, again, I will do my best to keep up with them. And I apologize again if I'm a little bit slow at times, or I might not recognize the proper person or something. I will do my best, okay, for your viewing entertainment. So, we are getting ready. Buzz right sound out. Blue Devils taking the floor. Doubled up in the first half, 28-14. We'll just see if there are any changes that are coming about this second half. Looks like it'll be Spartan ball the start of the second half. So, again, for your viewing entertainment, this is Bill the Big K Cather, hoping to keep you entertained, informative, and as accurate as I can be this second half. Spartan ball, 28-14. Main stage, Herbst. Right corner, M&M. Great first half, 10 points. Oh, they almost had him pinned. Hagen Banks almost had it pinned in the corner. Top of the key, Chisholm looking to high-low, trying to get in the Scholar. Scholar in low on Milky. Out to M&M. Low pump head fake, Chisholm. Boy, if you get the ball to him that deep, he's going to score it. And yes, the enforcer did. His second deuce of the night, averaging 17 points a game. He's now sitting at 6. Milky. Tamag. Milky. Banks, center stage. Over to Reese. Tamag. And we've got a whistle. And Rutkowski coming down with his hand kind of up going, what happened there? So there obviously must have been some contact between Kyle Rutkowski and Sean Chisholm underneath. Again, I didn't see it. Happened way down at the other end of the floor. Floor general bringing it up. Chad Herbst. It's been moved. Free throw stripe, backdoor cut by Tiger Eversole, blocked by Rutkowski. The Scholar, Charlie Moore. Great hustle, but stepped on the end line. Inbounding the ball will be Milky to Banks. Zach Milky is 6'1" freshman. Brennan Banks, a 6' sophomore. Again, averaging 22 points a game, and he's only got 4 points in the first half. So Spartans have done a pretty good job of shutting down Brennan Banks. 32 Milky. Banks. Cross court. Mock. Reese launching high. Rainbow lefty. No good. Up in the air. Oh, nice job by Rutkowski fighting for that ball in and amongst 3 Spartans. Boy, I said you got to be strong and strong hands. He's talking with Chisholm and Rutkowski right now. Competitive nature of this game. 2 kids playing really hard. Good to see. Passion for the game. Rutkowski in the corner, swinging on top. Main stage, 32 Milky. There's Reese again, launched the 3. Nope. Came up empty again, Rutkowski. And we got an armbar on somebody. This is going to be on Chisholm, I believe. Hands ahead in that. You got to just play the game, control your motion. Let's see. However, that is really a big, big foul call because that is number 3 on the enforcer. And boy, I'll tell you, he is a big factor sitting right in the middle of that heartland. A little frustration on the enforcer. He's got to sit down, take a deep breath, gather yourself. Reese again, another rainbow, and kaboom! Hayden Reese, 5 points, a deuce and a tray. 30-17, Spartans. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Tiger, Eversole, and Floor General trying to bring the ball out. Brennan Banks, a little too much with the hands. Again, emphasis this year, hands off. Got to play defense with your feet. With your feet, keep the hands off. Oh, nice drive by the Floor General. Boom, Rutkowski. Just like a good steak saying no to ketchup. Big rejection by Rutkowski. 32, Milky. Oh, honeycomb out. Rutkowski up, and I'll tell you what, he is going to be a force the rest of this game at 6'5" tall. This is where 3 fouls on Chisholm is hurting right now, the Spartans. Kyle Rutkowski, 3 deuces, 2 for 2 from the stripe. Little short. What does that mean? If it comes up short, you get a lump of coal. And why do balls come up short? Tired legs. Let's see how Kyle does on this one. Again, he's only a 50% free throw shooter on the year. Ooh, that one was very short. So 2 lumps of coal for Kyle. He needs to knock those down because right now with Chisholm out of the ball game, he's going to probably be going to the charity stripe quite a bit because he's going to be in that heartland quite a bit. The heartland being the lane. Why the heartland? Because good things usually happen. Score, get fouled, whatever. Foul that time on Hayden Reese, his 2nd foul. Hayden Reese likes that, shoot that high arching rainbow jumper, lefty. Herbst down again, rejected by Milky. Scholar Moore on the rebound. Floor General Chad Herbst making quite a few moves. Coach Meinhold appealing to the official, saying, wasn't there a body on or something? Brennan Banks. Oh, nice spin move. Jacks Eversole, Tiger, great move. But boom, knocking it down is number 30, Brody Mock. 3 ball. His first points of the game. He averages 6.5 points a game. Cut it to 10 point. That's at 30-20. I was just going to mention that last time down the floor, Jacks Eversole, Tiger. What great defense on Brennan Banks. Banks put about 3 moves on him, and Eversole remained on the floor. Good position with his feet. Swing the ball around. Tiger, center stage. Over to the floor, General Herbst trying to come down the lane again. Bodied off. Reese, Zorro, the Scholar, spin it, just being patient. Medenblick fighting with Brody Mogg right down there. Brody, and again, I hope Mogg is the correct pronunciation. If it's not, I apologize. Again, I just have not had time because I helped coach the freshman team by the time I got over here. Our telecast was ready to roll. Tiger, oh, nice dump off. Oh, missed by M&M. Charlie Moore coming over, knocked the ball out of Rutkowski's hands. 30, Brody Mogg. Reese, kick it over. 3-ball, Tran away. Kaboom! Zach Milky. His first 3 of the night, and they've cut the lead to 30-23. It's now a 7-point ball game halfway through the third quarter. Hey, I'm going to quick do something else here. I always do. I pay a tribute to Badger Bill Garvey. Dear lifetime friend of mine. Bill lost his life a couple of years ago to cancer, and he did so much for this community, musically, athletically, and everything else. I'd like to pay a special tribute to him, and I always do that by singing the school song. So here we go. Fight for our Spartans valiant, fight for our colors brilliant, fight, fight, McFarland high, don't let them buy you, rah, 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 rah. Hail to our Spartans valiant, hail to our colors brilliant, though odds be great or small, we're victors overall. God bless you, Garv. I know you're watching from heaven. Every contest that's here. And as we always say with you, my friend, gone but never forgotten. Great man. So I always pay a special tribute to him because he did so much for this school and for this community. I also want to send a little shout out to another special gentleman, Ron Gruvestein, age 72, former Evansville football coach who's now an assistant varsity basketball coach. So congratulations to you, Ron, at age 72, still being involved with high school sports. Boy, kids really appreciate it, you know, that, hey, if you got it in your system and your blood, you just never want to give up on kids and that. Do what's best for kids. And what a wonderful person that Ron has been over the years. Whoa, Kyle Rutkowski. Watch out. Here come the Blue Devils. 30-25, 3:30 mark. That was the fourth deuce for Rutkowski to go with 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 10 points into the Scholar. Kick it out to Zorro Reese. M&M at the high post. The general looking to attack the basket. It's got Rutkowski on him. White span being doubled by Banks. There were the hands. Into Banks. Count it. Switching it from the right to the left hand. Banks, very skilled ball player. Very skilled ball player. A tray, a deuce, and a free throw. One of each for Brennan Banks. 6 points. Still 16 below his average. Scholar trying to get position on Rutkowski at the post. Center stage, the general Chad Herbst. Over to Zorro. Slowing down again here tonight. The Spartans have a few different combinations tonight in the absence of Benjamin Rounds tonight. So that's all right. You got to play through it. Step up. Death Valley over here. Tiger, Eversol, Moore, Skip to Zorro. There again, nice. Oh, great pass by the Scholar to Jax Eversol. Tiger. That was just like draining a 30-foot putt right there, wasn't it, Jax, huh? Rutkowski on the Scholar. Oh, and the Scholar left his feet. Rutkowski got him up in the air. Kyle probably could have taken a little step towards the basket to make sure the kiss got off the glass. I know, again, it looked like, again, they're way down on the other end. It looked like there might have been a little contact. Obviously, the Blue Devil fans thought so, but no call. Still Blue Devil ball. Rutkowski in the corner. Center stage. The Milky. There goes Reese. Coming up a little short. Scholar. Nice save. Charlie Moore, the Scholar, into the floor general. Herbst. Zach Trey Witt in the ball game. There's the Scholar. Kick it out. Herbst. Shovel step. Oh, was waiting for Chuck Moore. Do a little back cut to the basket. And didn't happen. $1:45 left in the third quarter. We're at 32-27. Brennan Banks bringing the ball up the floor. Like I said, McFarland's done a good job of holding him down. Sitting right now at 16 points below his average. I think we're going to probably see him go a little more to the basket here in the fourth quarter. From behind the hoop, that was Zach Milky. Almost got himself behind the hoop trying to bring it back. Swing the ball. Zorro Reese got 5 points in him. Trey Witt swinging the ball around the perimeter. Charlie Moore, center stage. Oh, they had M&M down low against Brody Mock. And Zach Trey Witt, his first of the evening, averaging 4.9 points. He's hit 38% of his three balls this year, and that's his first one of tonight, 1 for 1. 35-27, extending the lead to 8 points. Oh, and there we go. It's into Rutkowski, and McFarland is just struggling with Chisholm sitting on the bench with 3 fouls. But I think I have to agree. We probably got to let him ride it out here the rest of this third quarter. Kyle Rutkowski, 5 deuces, 2 for 4 from the stripe. Last time he came up with 2 lumps of coal. This time, sorry, jotting down my stats. They didn't give him the basket, so still 4 deuces. Hit his first 2 from the stripe, put 2 bows on it, and the last 3, errant, lump of coals. Kyle just needs to, like Aaron Rodgers would say, R-E-L-A-X, just relax and be like a machine. Do the same thing over and over. 0 for 4 his last ones. I'm sure Kyle's a little frustrated with that. You know what? Got to just forget about it and refocus. Not going to do any good to sit around and worry about that. Especially, I said, he's going to get many more opportunities in this game playing in the heartland. That's where you go to the stripe a lot. Zorro doubled. And Coach Meinhold with a good timeout on that. So, I'd kind of like to go back and talk about some of the keys to the game and just see how I kind of did here. For Evansville, needs to have a good shooting night from the floor and the free throw line. Well, struggling from the free throw stripe, that I would say right now they are 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm trying to do the stats real quick here in my head. They are 3 for 8 from the free throw line, so that's not good. Avoid a slow start and falling way behind. Well, yeah, they fell behind. They kind of clawed their way back here, but now the Spartans have got back to an 8-point margin. Reduced turnovers. Again, without a stat man here, I haven't had a chance to keep track of that. There have been a lot of turnovers on both teams, but sometimes that just stems from a real aggressive defensive effort. So 27.7 left here in the third quarter. 35-27 McFarland. Floor general. They're just going to rotate the ball on the perimeter. Zach Trey-Witt being closely guarded by number 24, Mark Trewicki. Mark Trewicki, a 5'10" junior. And number 20 also, Brett Sendelbach in the ball game. Brett Sendelbach is a 6-foot junior. Tell you what, this Evansville team is just loaded with sophomores and juniors. So Coach Krupke gonna have fun, a lot of fun next year. Brennan Banks coming out of the game, just don't want him to pick up a cheap foul or something. 9.2 seconds left. 35-27, M&M, Scholar Charlie Moore. Trying to run Bruin, gets Zach Trey-Witt in the corner. 2, 1, M&M. Oh! Bingo! Wow! I'm sorry if the volume of this telecast just all of a sudden blew you out at home, but that was what we would call a prayer answered. That was just a launch as everybody kind of lost sight of the clock. M&M, I said, sweet as a bowl full of M&Ms, and I can tell you on that shot, that's a big bowl full of M&Ms that he just dropped on the Blue Devils. And that's big because now all of a sudden they're looking at a double-digit deficit, 38-27 at the end of the third quarter. And again, this is a big game for the Spartans. They want to not only remain undefeated, but possibly just continue on towards winning their first Rock Valley Conference, North Conference title, as well as they want to continue to improve as we're now heading to, we've got about 3 ball games left after this, heading into the tournament. So any positives you can take away from this? Plus, again, they played tonight with a lot of different lineups in here. Very important. I mean, this is great because, hey, at tournament time, you never know who's going to get injured, foul trouble, whatever else. So you got to be able to count on a lot of different players here, which Coach Meinhold's doing tonight. It's a really nice job. I said his bench was going to be real important as tonight, stepping up and had a little lull there. Blue Devils put on a little rush, but Spartans fought it off with M&M's big tray at the end. 3 trays, 2 deuces. 13 points for M&M, averaging only 6.7 points a game. Tried to enter the ball. Milky tried to get it in. Low post to Rutkowski, off his hands and out of bounds. 38-27, double-digit deficit. Chisholm back in the ball game, taking it down low. Knocked down Mog from the corner. Zach Trey-Witt Bango! Just hit his second tray. 6 points. Brennan Banks, I said, he's going to probably start to load it up. Oh, Reese right over the top of Witt. Missed the putback. Chisholm to the corner, lost a little control. He's pinned down in Death Valley down there. And Coach Meinholt called a timeout. Why do I call it Death Valley? There are there are 8 Death Valleys in the floor. The corners of the court and the corners up by the timeline. Because you're talking timeline, baseline, sideline, as well as 2 defenders. That's how we get 4 people on you with really only 2 actual players there. So those of you that followed that explanation, maybe it wasn't the clearest, but I think those of you that play ball know what I'm talking about. Gotta stay out of those corners. Can't be picking up your dribble. Not at that point. So getting a good view of Coach Meinholt there, refreshing himself. Pretty calm tonight. Hopefully the Spartans can continue this and win their 10th straight ball game here. We are 7:20 left in the ball game. 14-point margin off that big 3 by Trey Witt. The general got a little too deep, pinned down on the low post. Chisholm again over in Death Valley. They got over in that corner. Oh, hands and bodies all over the place. Chisholm's got to be a little careful. That wouldn't have been a good place to pick up number 4. Brennan Banks. Reese, the cutter. Oh, Chisholm, nice job. Nice job. You saw that Milky's little lob pass was going in there. I said, these kids are so quick and so fast. They react so much today, so quickly. Boy, you got just a small window of opportunity to get those passes in there, and they've got to be crisp passes. I like that word, crisp. Chisholm down deep against Rutkowski, using his body, bodied in. And I'll tell you get the ball to the enforcer that deep, and he's tough to stop. 3 deuces, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 8 points for the enforcer. Actually, Blue Devils done a pretty nice job of holding him down. He averages 17 a game. Missed. There's Rutkowski on the putback. That's his 5th deuce in the night to go with 2 free throws. 12 points for Kyle Rutkowski, averaging 16.5. Zorro Reese in the corner. 6 minutes to go. Zach Witt. I like that. Showing us a little different something again there with a little jump shot coming out, not just standing stationary and shooting the tray ball. Brennan Banks over to Rutkowski. That's tough. And again, Blue Devils are going to probably go in, pound the ball into Rutkowski as much as they can, try and get that 4th foul on the enforcer. 43-31. 5:35 to go in the game. Here's Zach Trey Witt. They left him all alone. A little too easy. Reese on the rebound. Skied for that rebound. Whoa. And we had number 30, Brody Mogg, just sitting all alone over here. Is anybody going to find him? Banks. Missed. There's Rutkowski again. I'll tell you, he is going to be a force. 7 deuces. He's up to 16 points. Oh, Banks. And was there a foul called? Coach Meinholt reaching up. We had the floor general, who was literally on the floor. Looked like he got bumped by Brennan Banks. No? What are we calling? Whoa, and actually the foul was called on the floor general, Chad Herbst. Again, it happened way down on the other end of the floor. I was kind of blocked by some other players coming down the floor. It must have been, Banks must have tipped the ball away, and as they both went for it, Herbst, it appears the officials said, grabbed him by the arm or something. So, pressure coming up. Floor general, so very important as a ball handler to this squad. Banks attacking the basket. And foul called on, I'll have to wait and see. Foul was called on Zorro Greg Reese. Little run here, pressure. They have really upped the pressure here, the Blue Devils. Out on top, Milky. Center stage, over to Banks. Rutkowski, high screen. Banks, rainbow jumper, air ball. I always say when you get one of those, did somebody open the door and the wind got it? All right, Spartans have to settle down here a little bit, be a little more patient. 24 in the ball game, Mark Trewicki dogging Tiger Eversole. Low post, Chisholm wants the ball. wants the ball. Rutkowski's playing behind him. They've got a chance to enter it in there. There it goes right across the center. Chisholm, and Rutkowski battling. Whoa, a lot of contact. Wow. I got to tell you, even Coach Mino looked over here at the monitor and looked at me, and I said, I threw my arms up on that too. I don't know about the first one or two. It might have been a body, but this last one was like a tomahawk chop in there. Thought we were the Florida State section there going, oh. I used that the other night, but boy, somebody just banged that away. Brennan Banks banged on the first one. Put a bow on that gift. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Brennan Banks, a deuce, a tray, and 2 free throws. 7 points. Short, and Rutkowski. Banks again, short on the free throw. Again, anything that's short means legs are tired. I tell you, kids are expending a lot of effort here on the defensive end. Blue Devils really stepped up the pressure. M&M, Michael Medenblick to enter the ball. Seems to be a little discussion here. Official talking with Coach Meinholt. I saw him gesturing. I think he was a little miffed at the force with which that last block came down on this end. Way to do it sometimes. I always say, when you're getting heavy pressure, sometimes I like to reverse the floor and bring the bigs down to inbound it. Because if you can inbound to the bigs, especially like Sean Chisholm, who can also handle the ball that well, even if they get caught, they can throw over the top of it as compared to some of your smaller, shorter ball handling guards that can get trapped down there easier. Okay, the enforcer, 2 for 2 so far tonight. Off the back iron, tipped out, Reese. Chisholm. Job by the Spartans, getting lucky on the deep rebound. Whoa, boy, I'll tell you. And Zorro. Who's the foul on? Boy, we're just getting miffed here by people don't know. This foul is being called on Kyle Rutkowski. Chisholm at one point was walking the other end of the floor because he wasn't sure if it was on him. We're not getting real clear indications here as to where these fouls are coming from. I know I have to stay neutral with this stuff, but at least we'd like to know a call for the kids' sake too. The enforcer missed his last free throw, 2 out of 3. He's 70% from the free throw line. That was better. Twine time, put a bow on that one. 3 for 4 tonight, 3 deuces, 9 points. 4:01 left to go in the ball game, 44-34. The enforcer, 6'4" senior, Sean Chisholm. Nope. Oh, yes, it was. Didn't look good from my viewpoint. 4 out of 5 for the enforcer. Again, double digits. The deficit for the Blue Devils. Banks, main stage. Rutkowski wanted the ball, wanted to put it in his left hand. He wants the ball so he can attack. And Reese throws it away. We have an over and back. Reese trying to rotate the ball back to Milky, bring it over to the weak side, get it into Rutkowski, and let him work against Chisholm. Chisholm already established low position. He's going right at Rutkowski. Whoa, Charlie Moore. And it's off to M&M. Kaboom! Kaboom for M&M. That was his forte. I've got a feeling we're going to get a double foul. Boy, we've got a lot of discussion here. This is getting really physical. Underneath Chisholm, Rutkowski. This has turned into just a battle down here. I can tell you that was a double foul. 3rd foul on Kyle Rutkowski. However, 4th foul on Sean, the enforcer, Chisholm. Yep, double foul. Boy, I'll tell you what, they are so passionate about this game. You can just see it written all over these kids' faces. And boy, you got to love the passion they play with. You know what? Sometimes you just got to still make sure you focus on playing the game. That's the important thing, because otherwise then you get in foul trouble and now you're sitting on the bench watching. But boy, it's just a war. It's fun to watch it. That's the competitive nature of this ball game. Ball over to Mock. Reese. Banks. Right wing. Driving. Foul called on, I guess is going to be the floor general, Chad Herbst. Banks took it strong to the hole. I think what we're going to see here in the last 3 minutes, we're going to see Brennan Banks really take a more active role in this, especially if he's your team leader, sitting at 22.2 points a game. Banks so far tonight, however, only 2 for 4 from the stripe. And boy, up until tonight, he was hitting 83% of his free throws, so 2 for 4 is pretty unacceptable to him. That's another big foul. That's a 4th foul on the floor general, Chad Herbst. Got to have ball handlers out there. Brennan Banks. Put a bow on that gift. All twine. 3 for 5 for Brennan Banks. 3:17 to go in the ball game. 48-35. 4 for 6. And we're at a 12-point ball game. Right, that's what you got to do. Got Zorro in the middle of the floor. Witt in the middle of the floor. Boy, if you can get that ball to the middle of the floor against pressure, turn and look. You give so many options if you can get the ball in the middle. There's a Scholar, kick it out to Witt. I think we're going to see McFarland right now try and run some clock. Oh, and there's the pressure, just a bad pass. You got to come and meet the ball. Got to come meet it. Great sportsmanship there. Eversole helping Zach Milkey back up to his feet. I will have to say, there have been some great signs of sportsmanship in this game. Anytime a kid goes to the floor, somebody from the other team seems to always be over there with a helping hand, help get him up. Oh, Death Valley, get out of that corner. Witt trapped, and there was the problem. You got to stay out of these corners. Death Valley, here comes Banks. Skyball, I said. Kaboom! Brennan Banks. And a timeout by Coach Krupke. 48-39. Watch out if Brennan Banks starts to heat up, because then they've got a great 2-man game here. Brennan Banks, he can bang him down from anywhere, as well as drive to the hole. And you've got Kyle Rutkowski, who's just been a real force on the inside tonight, especially with Sean, the enforcer Chisholm, in foul trouble. So Banks heating up a little bit. A deuce, 2 trays, and 4 for 6 from the free throw line for 12 points. Still 10 underneath his average. McFarland's done a pretty good job with that. All right, here again comes the pressure. We got the floor general, Chad Herbst. Coach Meinholt, you got to roll the dice a little bit, but you have to have Chad Herbst, best ball handler on this squad. And again, what I really like what he's done here, he's got M&M, Medenblick, and Chisholm. The Redwoods, the tall players down on that end of the floor. Catch, they can both handle the ball, I can tell you, as well as when trapped or when it appears to be doubled, they can stop and throw it over the top. Get down your ball handlers on the other end of the floor. Enter in the center. Nice job. Over to Chisholm. This is wonderful right here. Keeping somebody in the middle. That's the way you beat it. Somebody in the middle of the floor and just space it. Job. I can tell you earlier, there goes Chisholm right to the hole, trying to draw foul number 4. Oh, Charlie Moore. Oh, the enforcer missed a couple there. He was going right at Rutkowski. 32, Milkey. Over to Banks. Banks, I tell you, is going to want to light it up. There goes a little fade away. Oh, I thought he got the shooter's roll, but didn't happen. Clank, clank off. We are at 2 minutes left in the game. Boy, does this help when you can have somebody like the enforcer Chisholm at 6'4", handle the ball, and at his height, he can see over the top. Space the floor. There's nice spacing. M&M up on top. Got your 2 bigs outside. That's nice. They can see over the top. Just continual movement. Space it out. When you see the double coming, get rid of it. They're doing a nice job of spacing here. Chisholm and M&M. Right corner to Herbst. And you finally force the Blue Devils to foul. Boy, you just put so much pressure here. What great That's a wonderful job of, I really like what Coach Meinl has done here as far as having the bigs on top, letting the other kids rotate, run your baseline, and stay in motion offense here. All right, the general. Nice rotation. First free throw of the night. Put a bow on it. 1 for 1. 2 trays. 1 for 1 from the free throw line. 7 points. Averaging 8.9 points a game. And 76% from the free throw stripe for the floor general. Nice rotation from Chad. 2 bows on that gift, and we're back to a double-digit difference. 50-39. We got a $1.35 left in the game. Banks is going. Pull-up jumper. Yep, count it. That's a deuce. Baseline jumper. Into Chisholm. Stop. Pull it up over the top. Reverse it. Nice. Chad Herbst came to the ball that time rather than wait for it to come to him. And now it's going to be a free throw contest as we go down the stripe. I can guarantee you. Look at your watches right now, and let's see how long this last minute and 16 seconds takes to play. I've got my nice little flip phone here that says it's 8:29 right now. So I'm going to try and keep track, and let's see how long a $1.16 takes. Jax Tiger Eversole. Oh, nice rotation, Jax. Why Tiger? Jack's a great golfer. Looking forward to his senior year and going back to state golf again this year, especially now that we hopefully got rid of all his stress fractures, etc., and he's healthy. But he's a competitor, I'll tell you, on the ball floor. You love watching him play. 4 points for Jax, a deuce, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 11-point lead, back up to double digit. Here comes Banks. Oh, he's got his eye on that rim. Oh my goodness, that was shot. That was either from the bowling alley or Spartan Pizza downtown. I mean, that was kaboom. That was really big. That was his third tray. I told you that, hey, we're just going to see a ton of Brennan Banks coming down the stretch. And the thing is, you come out to guard him, and I'll tell you, he will just blow right by you and go to the hole, dump it for the easy 2, and he is just such a threat. So for Brennan Banks now, 2 deuces, 3 trays, and 4 free throws. So he's at 13, 15. He's up to 17 points now, so it probably looks like he's going to wind up getting pretty close to his average when at halftime, Brennan Banks was sitting at 5 points. So real key here to the ball game, too, is what's going to happen with Chisholm and Chad, the floor general, Herbst, both with 4 fouls. So I'll tell you, that could have a real impact on the outcome of this game if either one of those 2 fouls out of this ball game. Herbst, because of his ability to ball handle, and Chisholm, ability with his size, not only to ball handle, but also to look up over the top on the press break. All right, here we go. $1.06 to go. M&M Medenblick trying to inbound it. Oh, yes. Just like a pass downfield in football. Oh, and the general missed it. I called a lot of touchdown passes to Chatter. Whoa! There we go. The rejection. Served up an Angus steak. Came over with a bottle of ketchup, and Chisholm said, "No way. This steak is staying the way it is." Wow. And that ball was batted right over to our athletic director, Paul Ackley, in the corner. All right, we're at 55.9 to go. 8-point ball game. Banks got to hustle. Well, he's so athletic, he got to that. Here we go. 50 seconds to go. Watch Banks. He's going to lay it up. Goes the short corner. Jumper. Oh, honeycombed out. Chisholm on the rebound, and he's getting hacked by everybody. I think that was Brennan Banks. That was a big miss. That ball honeycombed out. Had that gone in, we were at a 2-possession game with 45 seconds left. We're sitting at 44.8. He's getting automatically 2 free throws because that was the 10th foul on the Blue Devils. Got to slow down. Take your time. Aaron Rodgers, R-E-L-A-X. Relax. 4 for 6. He's now 5 for 7 from the stripe tonight. 40. Here goes Banks again. Boy, he likes dipping to that left side. Rutkowski, nice job by Chisholm. Herbst bringing the ball down the floor. And again, Banks on the intentional, not the intentional foul, but had to grab Herbst. Could not allow any more time to run off the clock. And I don't know if I'm ready to light up the Red Auerbach Boston Celtics victory cigar yet or not, but we're at a 9-point difference. And the floor general, 3 for 3 now. 3 bows on the gift. Let's see if he can put a 4th on it, put it up to double digits under the 30-second mark. Nice rotation. 4 for 4 from the floor general with 2 trays, so 10 points tonight. Brennan Banks, 25 seconds left in the ball game. 11-point spread. Reese, oh my goodness. That wasn't even a shot. He just kind of turned and launched it. It was like a left-handed shot put right there. Down the floor we come, and I think we're just going to dribble this one out. And Coach Meinhold just slapping his hands right there. Again, that's a hard-fought victory. And again, victory number 10 straight now for the Spartans. Spartans, that's wonderful now. We are not only on a 10-game roll, but also maintain their undefeated season in the Rock Valley North as they march closer to a Rock Valley title. So, I have to tell you, tonight's ball game, final score again, 55 McFarland, 44 the Blue Devils of Evansville. Pretty entertaining game, pretty physical game. You had a real chance to see both teams really going at it here. A lot of fouls called in that, but hey, that shows it really means something to kids when you play with that kind of passion and competitive nature and everything else. So, what I really want to say then is our next telecast, well, wait a second. I have to give out a couple of final thank yous here, especially to my 2-man crew tonight, because we were a little bit hard-pressed, and I kind of rewarded them tonight with a little pizza party for Kelly Logan on camera and Ryan Denzer, like I said, back in the truck doing the graphics tonight. So wonderful job, guys. I'll tell you, I just really enjoy working with you. And I would have to say again, another Aaron Rodgers line would be, you guys are G-R-E-A-T, great, great, great. So, I think this is very important for me to say. Our next telecast is going to be next Friday evening, not tomorrow night, but Friday, February 20th. There'll be, again, another boys basketball game versus Whitewater. And what I'm really hoping is that this telecast provided the viewing audience, as well as the kids and other people, another really enjoyable experience to your high school careers. I think that's very important. That's why I really want to bring this to you. Again, this isn't for me. This is for you people. So, what I have to say again, I'm just living the dream bringing this stuff to you people. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. So, this is Bill, a Big K Cather. No matter where you're watching this game tonight, whether it's Denver, Houston, Kansas City, Minneapolis, Chicago, Shanghai, China, or any other place, I'm signing off and reminding you all to stay healthy, stay positive, and live life to its fullest. So long.